What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a beautiful Friday evening. You got yours truly, myself, Yooly, and our beautiful best caster, NA, Rock. How we doing tonight, man?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited. We just had earlier this week our GC3 Plus team take home a dub from, some of you may know, a guy named Landon. He's done some streaming before. He's pretty high up there, especially in the six-man's ranking. So it's very nice to see Kraken Krew GC3 Plus go ahead and do that. But now we got the champ boys. They're coming in, and they are hungry after week one going down from a reverse sweep. Week number 2 going down 3-0, just completely outclassed. And, you know, they've been talking to us. They've been talking to a lot of people, and they do not want to have this kind of feeling again. It's been too many times for them, and, you know, I believe them. I think tonight's going to change.
Yeah, they've been putting in a lot of work these last 2 weeks. You know, last week was a rough one. First week was even more rough with that reverse sweep. But they're hungry. They're ready to go, and I think we're going to see some light breakthrough with these guys tonight.
So on our Kraken Krew Raiders team, we got Bobo, who's going to be the captain for the team, and you know he's one of the most hungry people out of the three of them. But can't ever take out Taters and Petals, who are going to be on the field right by him. And you know, tonight I hope that everything that they've been saying this week does come true. I hope that they are hungry and ready, because behind the other side of the field, you got Midwest Mafia. Hypernova is going to be the captain for that team. Again, I don't know any information about these guys, but Hypernova going to be their captain. Crispy is going to be one of the players. And then Grande Huevos. I am just going to say Grande the entire time. I'm not going to say Grande Huevos the entire time. That's too long, all right? Either be Hyper, like Hypernova over here, or I might just call him Nova, or Crispy. Easy names, but Grande Huevos? Really? Making my job harder. Come on, man.
All right, well, we got everybody up in this lobby right now, so we are about to roll into it. We got our very own Kraken Krew Raiders coming up against Midwest Mafia Hoonigans in our Week 3 RLSS Showdown. We're about to get into it right now with this best of 5, so here we go.
Oh, Yooly, I'm really excited. Taters, Petals, and Bobo, the three boys. They're our amigos. They're our boys. We love them. We love them to death. And a rough start to the season. Again, like I was saying earlier, the reverse sweep loss, and then the 3-0. And again, the 3-0 though was against a pretty solid team. They understood that themselves too, so their mental wasn't too crushed about it. You know, obviously no one wants to lose in that kind of fashion, but they understand that actually they took it as a learning experience. Like, hey, we just faced some really good players. They have shown us a little bit more about the game than we actually know about, and maybe we can bring that into our next series. Show the next team that you know, we're not here just to bend over to anyone's will. You have to come through us pretty rough. I almost started off with a weird sentence, but anyways, Grande Huevos. I'm just gonna say it once. It's gonna go ahead and get us started off in the first 32 seconds, getting a goal for Midwest Mafia. But again, we've seen the Kraken Krew team up. They came back from deficits before. It's something that they're not used to, at least in week 1. And then Petals going to go ahead and hit it up the field. Panda, not the smoothest of touches. No whiffs coming out from Midwest. Could be a counterattack right here. Taters going to go ahead and try flicking it over. Not grabbing contact with it first. Ends up missing it, but the pressure still there at the midfield. And again, I think it's going to be a huge thing if these boys are going to want to be able to get better on their defense, which has tended to be the weaker part of their gameplay. Pressure. Don't let anyone up. Don't let anyone hit the ball. If they are up, someone get up there. And if you end up missing it, you force. And that is a very important part of Rocket League in general. A shot coming out from Hypernova. Oh my lord, off the crossbar. Almost making it a 2-0 lead right away. But again, Kraken Krew hold. Keeping it a 1-goal game. Petals is going to go ahead and die after that one. You know, a little bit of sacrifice just to keep the pressure going. 2 people stuck in the corner right here. Taters putting it across the net. Could be dangerous for Midwest Mafia. Bobo staying inside the corner, and ball's going to be popped up into the middle. How do you think they're doing so far, especially compared to weeks 1 and 2?
I'm gonna be honest. They're getting pressed on their side a lot. Not a whole lot coming out offensively. And as soon as I say that, they good old Namek, aka Petals, marches down the field, able to get by all 3. But But other than that, it was kind of it's slow. It's slow in the offensive half for them. Maybe they're just heat checking still, trying to figure out their game plan and how they're going to execute going against these guys. But from what I've heard, Midwest Mafia, I mean, they're Hoonigan, they're a pretty solid team, so it's not going to be a pushover. And also with our Kraken team being a little bit newer to this scene and lower in the champs section, every week is going to be a challenge for them. But I mean, you wouldn't want to have it any other way. You don't want those easy weeks every single week. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's fun to win, but at the end of the day, if you're on the bottom end of the totem pole and you work your ass off to continue to get better, and then you just show out and everyone's like, man, where'd these guys come from? That's a lot more rewarding than just coming in and just destroying everybody.
I couldn't agree more. And honestly, right now, something that I'm seeing that's doing a really good job is people putting the pressure. I think I've seen it from Petals and Bobo quite often. So same with Namek, but the one I just saw. Putting the pressure up in the midfield, and then whenever you can't make another challenge or make another good play to be able to get out of your side, they rotate right away. And then they're rotating back, and someone's there right away for the pressure. And they aren't getting a lot of offense in, like you were saying. It does seem a little bit more like ping pong right now, just hitting it back and forth. But the pressure they're putting on in general, defensively on their half of the field, is really good. It's definitely a step up from what's been going on, and hopefully they can transition this somehow later on or throughout this game into some sort of offense. Because again, the goal that went in, we all saw it was just a complete misflip coming out of, if I'm not mistaken, it was Hypernova.
Yes.
So that's something they're not going to get. They're not going to get that very often. They are going to have to, create something else, be a little bit more creative on the final third.
Yeah, I think that's what they're missing most, is that creativity. And just as well as I do, the more that they play together, considering this is our first season ever playing, and they just became a team relatively recently. As Taters there puts a pretty decent shot on getting saved. That creativity and understanding in everyone's game styles, that creativity, it'll end up coming out. I think they're still working on, still trying to figure out the rotations, how they want to hone their game style, if that's the best game style for them. It's just a lot, and it's not for lack of trying. Like they're working all week, but I think it'll just be one of those things that they'll get there at some point. And another thing I'm noticing is their boost management a lot of the time. Probably a good 75% of the time, when someone is in a position that they need to continue to keep pressure on, put a shot on, move up field, they're always low boost. I understand it's threes, and that's a lot more prevalent, but the amount, I think, is a little bit too much.
Hold on, with 3 seconds here left on the clock. They still do have the pressure, but it's actually going back to their own side. They got to be careful right here. Grande tries putting a shot on, but a good job by Bobo keeping it on the ground. Sorry to cut you off there, but we're getting into overtime right now. First game, and you know what? Like we were saying, offense not looking the greatest. The boost management, especially on the offensive side, seems to just be lacking. But the pressure every single time, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of threatening options coming out from Midwest Mafia either, and I think that has to do a little bit more with the defense coming out from the Kraken boys.
Yeah, we worked on it pretty hard with them, me and you, and I think also Mike was working.
And Shizak, which again, those are our GC3 boys for anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah, you guys were doing a lot of work on them working on their defensive rotations, and it really does seem like they're putting it and executing it.
Hold on, Bobo in the air. Oh, almost found the dunk right after that. That would have been something, but Pedal's going to put it off to the backboard. Is someone going to follow through? No. Hold on, though. Grande Huevos is going to go ahead and hit it out the field. But Taters, look at that, cutting off the space.
That was gorgeous.
Leaving them having to have no boost in their backfield and just hit it right back up to him. Free ball. Again, they are stopping a lot of this pressure that's coming to them. And, I mean, I'm loving it. Doing a great job. Bobo, hold on, gets it past him. He's going to try to get into the corner, try beating anyone to get him get in front of his way. He does get it to the middle, and Taters wasn't able to get in front of it first, but again, the pressure's still there. 72 boost. He's going to go into the air. He's going to go ahead and fake it, try finding the bump. I love the creativity. We were talking about this at the beginning. They need to find it, and I think they're doing a good job trying to find it.
Yeah, I absolutely love that play. As soon as Namek saw that he really wasn't able to continue a touch on that ball, just continuing his presence and trying to create something. I'm glad after what I was just saying that they ended up pulling one of those out.
Bobo again on that zero boost, but as expected, threes, you're not going to be able to keep as much boost. The management has to be better. Your feathering has to be better. Your situations to keep supersonic speed but not boost continuously needs to be better. And you know, the thing is, if they are playing the best defense and they can't get scored on, they're going to win this game. Because if you don't get scored on, you win the game.
100%.
It's just going to happen. And right now, they're putting on a great show of defense. And hold on, this could be a pass towards the middle. Taters, shot, oh, just a little bit wide. Bobo did get bumped after that. Hypernova has nothing. Pedals, try staying behind it, try finding a 50. It's going to go off the sidewall. Bobo caught a little bit too far forward, but still finds a way to find the 50. Now Taters up in the air. And Demo coming out. Pedals, he was going to be that second man right there. He's going to challenge right into the corner, but now Bobo trying to make up for it, and he does get beat because of that Demo coming out. Midwest Mafia might have found a little bit of something they can use. Demos are huge, and that also goes for Kraken Krew. I think demos are going to be could be a huge game changer here.
Well, they got him on their back foot right now. The counterattacks from Kraken Krew coming out are just absolutely insane. And we got to open net. Is anybody going to follow up there? Nate isn't able to get there in time. Pushed off to the side, but he grabs 100 boost. Still working a play out in the middle. And you got two guys up. One low boost, one full, and no one's committing to that.
Oh, but again, look at the pressure. I mean, you've seen this before where normally they're standing on their line and just trying to save the shot coming in right away versus someone making that extra move to go forward and stop them from even getting close to the front of the net. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I think was one of the biggest things we tried working on is you got to put pressure on the man. If you don't put pressure on the man, he's going to have it for free, and then the mind game starts. It's not even about the skill anymore. Is he going to put it top left, top right? Again, right there, third man, really risky, but putting in a great challenge. And look, they still have the pressure. No boost here. So again, the pressure's going to die off, but at some point, they're going to put enough pressure in where the other team doesn't have boost. They have just enough, or there's going to be a whiff or something coming out from Midwest Mafia. I can feel it.
Yeah, like you're saying on the defensive side there, it starts to look like it gets sketchy, and I get a little worried. I start to cringe a little bit, and then all of a sudden somebody is there. They are putting that pressure on, and it is, like you said, just super proud of the work that they've been putting in. We got a great opportunity coming here out of Nate. Stuffed by Nova. He was trying to look for that dunk on the goal line, but just couldn't find it. Big clear downfield. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, look at that rotation. I'm just seeing all these things that we've been talking about. It makes me so happy to see it just working, and honestly working beautifully. You know, beginning of the game, they weren't doing very well. I think they're definitely doing a lot better now, and ooh, this could be a scary opportunity. No one has any boost from the back, but Bobo might have an opportunity to find a demo. I mean, you know, I get what they were going for there. You find the bump, you get a little bit of free space, but all of them right now very low on boost. I think people are starting to pick up some boost pads and maybe use it for this offensive pressure, but looks like they're starting to get beat over a little bit. Got to be careful, especially with Hypernova trying to find bumps in the backfield. If any of those start to go through, it could be very dangerous.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys wanted an absolutely riveting matchup tonight, you have gotten it. Game one, we are currently just past the threshold of a 5-minute overtime. This is an absolutely insane matchup so far, and we have only just started.
Equivalent to another game. So right now they're playing, you know, it's not game two, but this is game two. You know, this is 0-0. First one to score wins. This is a huge, it's not obviously 0-0, but metaphorically, you know, this is huge for me. We don't care, we got the score on. The goal that went in for them, honestly, is not going to help them out mentally. Hold on, Panda. Ooh, almost got dunked by Pedals. But hold on, this could be an open net. Can he get it towards the middle? No, he ends up faking it. Taters off the top. Pedals is going to try getting a touch from the middle. Is able to. Grande Huevos. Why? I'm saying his full name. I told him I wasn't going to do it. Now I'm doing it.
Well, you're doing it.
Doing a great job making those saves, though. I mean, again, I don't think the offense coming out from Kraken Krew is amazing, but they're still putting on. I think they're putting on more pressure than Midwest Mafia. Bobo making a great save right there. Pedals gonna go ahead and leave the boost for Bobo. Doing a great job. They're noticing they're not having a lot of boost, especially in the offense. So what are you gonna do? We're gonna start letting each other have some boost. Hold on, there could be a double tap opportunity. Bobo wasn't able to read it. Taters might have a turn right here. Is able to get past one. go follow up again. It's going to go down low. Is anyone there? No, I think both started going backwards right there. Ooh, Demo tries coming out, but Panda has an opportunity, has 100 boosts. He's going to flick it over. Anyone coming through for the double, and that's going to be a miss. It's going to go ahead and hit off the clock. Bobo getting it off to the side. Kraken are not going to go down like that.
We go from fourth man, saving it, saving the W for Midwest Mafia, to just Bo screaming across saying, I'm not going to let that in, as that unfortunately goes in. Game 1 going to Midwest Mafia. That was an absolutely amazing game. Absolutely amazing game.
You know what? The Kraken Krew boys got to realize that they played a very, very, very good defensive game. This is something that they have not shown in any single one of their games, any single one of their series, and they show that their defense can be elite if they are playing it correctly. Like right there, finally it does end up breaking down, but all that means is that they're just gonna have to get that offense moving. And I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen Bobo take control of an entire game by himself, let alone Taters and Pedals on his side. So they're gonna have to do something different. Again, the pressure is really good in the midfield, and they're able to get those opportunities forward. But maybe they're not used to the transition of having only half a field to transition to get a goal versus an entire field in a little bit more time. So a little bit of learning on the way. And Yooly, I think we're gonna have to reset the lobby.
Why's that?
Because they said they would like to reset the lobby with the lag.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and do it. Oh, sorry. I have chat turned off so that we're going it.
Oh, yeah.
But
totally fair.
I completely forgot. I put a prediction up. I didn't see the percentages because I completely forgot to hit on that. So chat, if you guys saw it, I hope you guys voted. But I do want to take the time to thank Defiant Duck, Hypernova, and RL Dragon 8 for the follows on our Twitch.
You know what, Hypernova, I do want you to lose, but I appreciate you following us.
Yeah.
We always love the support, and you know what, I mean, we're so grateful that you guys are in this tournament, giving us also another chance to be able to do casting. I mean, we do it for our team whenever we can, but you guys could say no. You guys could say we don't want to be on stream. Don't stream us, or we're gonna sue you. You could do that. You could. But you're giving us a great opportunity here to be able to do this with you guys. So thank you so much. And I mean, obviously, good luck in the games. But I hope it's a 3-1 now.
And I'm glad you like the hype chambers. I absolutely love making them ever since I learned it. So if you want anything more, any other scenes from that, you go ahead and let me know. And right before we get into this game, thank you OGP for the follow, and then Velocity Airs with the Prime subscription.
We got a Prime?
Yep, did.
Someone gave us a Prime
make,
sub, I mean.
Make Jeff Bezos pay.
I mean, you're actually paying to Jeff Bezos. I don't.
No, it's Prime.
What?
It's Prime sub. It's Prime sub.
It's a Prime sub. We love it. All right, hopefully this server is going to be a little bit nicer to him, but now we're going to go ahead and get into game number 2. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I did say game number 2. That last one was a doozy, especially into that overtime of 6 minutes and 47 seconds. Fortunately, Kraken Krew boys are falling first game, but like I've said before, and I'll say it again, their defense is so much better than normal, and I really think that they can go ahead and take this as long as they start moving off the offense a little bit, get that engine rolling, get it heated up.
Just from experience, as the season goes on, no matter what happens with the Kraken Krew boys, after participating in the Paradise League and seeing some of the bottom teams, season 1, season 2, well, my season 1, season 2, I think it was like season 6, season 7. Seeing those bottom teams, and they were kind of, the pushovers for a while, but then you go into my 3rd and 4th season, and they're a top 3 competitor because all the experience that they got. They continue to play on a team. They kept practicing and everything. So you got to keep your heads up no matter how this season goes.
Right there again, they're starting to get some good offensive looks. They're just, 2 people parked in net, and you got to hit it high because both of them are parked down low, but wasn't able to get it hit up top. So things are showing out pretty well. I think also the defense coming out from Midwest Mafia is starting to get a little bit better too. They're starting to see, they're starting just to do a little bit of counterattacks from their midfield pressure. So I don't know if you're Kraken Krew, just have better mechanics, hit a double flip reset. That's all.
Hit a double reset, Musty. Come on.
Oh my lord, this could not go much worse for the Kraken Krew boys. That is just unfortunate bouncing around. Taters makes a good save. It gets past Petals right there. Taters tries going again for the saves. It hit off Petals, and Bobo wasn't just in the perfect spot for after where it hit off. Unfortunate. It really just is unfortunate. But again, they can get a goal. They can score. They showed it last game. They went into a 1-1 overtime for 6 minutes and 47 seconds. They can get a goal. This is not going to be the end of the world, but maybe looking a little bit scary.
A lot of what I'm seeing is like they're getting their plays set up, and that first man is getting something to the middle for an opportunity. Like there's that split second, which is actually kind of lasting a little longer than that for a shot to come out, and somebody just isn't in the middle. It seems like there's still hesitation, either hesitation or as Petals, old Tater Boy goes up and slams one in for a tie game with 2:45 left in this match. But I swear, maybe I just need to keep talking about things they're not doing, and then they're just gonna somehow do it. That's what it's seeming like. Wanketeer. Yeah, I said that on stream. That's your name, not my fault. Thank you for the follow. We greatly appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. We are having an awesome time doing this. And let's see if the Kraken boys can start getting their aggressive second man going and start slotting some.
Oh my lord. I mean, if you saw with that goal, Bobo just absolutely set up Taters with the perfect pass off the backboard, getting her around the backboard defender, and that's what we need. We need a little bit of just trickiness, Can't just hit a shot right on the net every single time. Put it off the backboard, force them to jump, force them to use boost, force them to miss the ball, Get him out of the spots that are really safe for him. A shot going into the top right corner. Panda slotting it, and you know what? The offensive Kraken Krew's looking better, but so is Midwest Mafia. Panda meeting the ball right there into the top right corner, and the attempt for the save wasn't bad. It's a solid shot with no man pressing him right away, which is something we've talked about. It needs to be pressure right away, and I think in one of those situations, it just started crumbling a little bit, and they couldn't get the pressure on fast enough.
I'm loving that pass from Tater. So Bobo putting it bottom right. What an absolute play coming out. The vision coming from Tater, seeing Bobo pushing up. An absolutely beautiful play.
That's one of those moments in the game where the momentum starts to shift. You just make a play that's not mechanically challenging, but it's just so smart. You have outsmarted the opponents completely. You have completely decimated their defense, and you're showing the teamwork, which is a very scary thing. A lot of people in this rank, they're not very good with teamwork. They're very good individually, and they're trying to get better as team players, so that's why they're in this rank. Oh my lord, the dunk coming out from Petals! Oh my lord! Oh, I can't even speak. He makes the 50 up into the air. Panda try getting it out, and he falls straight on it. Petals feeling the heat right now and is rising up to the occasion. 3-2 Kraken Krew.
And right on cue, we got Ghost Rick, our very own content creator, dropping 10 gifted subs. You are the absolute man. Thank you so much, and congratulations to Jules, the RL Dragon, OGP, Nate, Jaden Clydes, Defiant Duck, Finny XP, Wanketer, Shizek, and Bo Bina. You are now subscribed. Thank you. Big thanks to old Ghost Rick.
Oh my lord, 10 subs. That's a crazy number right there. We appreciate it so much. Maybe give it to someone else other than Jaden Clydes.
That's Jay. I didn't even realize that.
That is Chef Jay. Chef Jay is a friend of mine. Very, very good friend. We enjoy his company. Very good person. I assume probably DX3's in the chat as well. DX3, do we see you in here? Any chats? For that, I'm seeing it.
We got 76% on a level 3 hype train. Also, I do want to remind everybody that each month, whatever our revenue is from these streams and from any merch sales that we get, 25% of that goes to either Homes for Our Troops, unfortunate, as they Hoonigan tied up 3-3, 29 seconds left in game 2.
The demo coming out, that wasn't a bad idea to demo and start, having the third man to come through and find a good shot. And you know what? The third man comes through and finds a good shot. But The one thing that we were really worried about was their offense, and they have scored 3 goals, and let it be known, 2 of them were fantastic goals. The other one was still a good goal, but wasn't like eye-opening like the other 2. And this is a good thing. They are letting in more goals again. When they're getting better, Midwest Mafia are getting better. This is a very even game. You can't just expect you to get better and the other team not to. So I still think this is very good for Kraken Krew, as I think we might go into another overtime unless Bobo's able to hit it into the net. No, it's going to go 0 into the corner. And we got overtime number 2. This is only game 2. I mean, we still have. This is a best of 3. So whoever wins
best
this.
of 5.
Wait, this is best of 5. Sorry, I meant first to 3, best of 5. I mean, we have a lot of games to go, and unfortunately, Midwest Mafia come through again in overtime within only 10 seconds this time. Hypernova was just kind of hoping that the ball was going to go over. It does, and he's able to just walk it in as they're going to go up 2-0 against Kraken Krew. But again, it's just getting better. It is getting better. You can't say that Kraken Krew are looking worse and worse, especially from the last 2 weeks. This is something that they've needed. Their offense is now looking better. Their defense has been looking good this entire time. They're just going up against a very hard team.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think both are settling in. Midwest Mafia might be settling in a little bit more. Their offensive aggression is it's genuinely scary to watch, and I can only imagine how the Kraken boys are feeling. But like you said, they're not playing bad by any means. I think it's a shootout, and I think it's going to continue to be a shootout, as long as the Kraken boys can keep their mental up. But last thing I want to hit on, so we can just focus on the game coming up, is 25% of anything that we make, whether it's from this stream, from our merch sales, or using our code on Glitch, go towards either Homes for Our Troops, which is a veterans charity, or we put care packages together and we send them to currently deployed Navy vessels. So if you guys want to support and help that, we would greatly appreciate it. We're doing everything we can to get the names and feedback and receipts in there. We want to know your guys' money.
07s in the chat. 07s, 07s.
07s?
Yeah, do you know what an 07 is?
Yeah, it's a salute.
Yeah, salute the military, salute the Navy. Come on, man. Trying to show the support to him over here. So again, we really appreciate the gift and
Oh,
Lord. I mean, as a Kraken player, you just can't expect that. That's a 137 kph pinch coming out from the top of Hypernova and Grande Huevos. Again, I feel like I now need to say the full name. But
you absolutely have to.
Man, unlucky start coming out from Kraken Krew. I mean, you can't expect it. You got to get in front of it. Hopefully they don't get it again. But that's something that doesn't happen very often. We'll say that.
Kind of reminds me of that 90 mile an hour we had from our own corner into top right when we were playing Tuesday the other day.
Oh my lord, we gotta put that into the TikTok so everyone else can see that. If
Oh,
you guys
we
want to
will.
go see our TikTok, we are Kraken Krew Official. Do we have it in our stream's bio?
No, I was messing around with Stream Elements and it has been doing nothing but giving me problems. So we're gonna work on that. But yes, Kraken Krew Official, all lowercase, for Instagram and for TikTok. We post more frequently on TikTok. And also Kraken Krew Esports on YouTube. If you guys want to see the full run through of this stream, go ahead and head over there. But if you just want to see highlights, those highlights will be posted each end of week to have our GC3 team and our champ team's highlights.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're also, whenever we do some of our 2 sessions, we're going to post some of them into a YouTube video. Oh, bottom left corner, Bobo! Slowing down the play and getting themselves back into the game. Tied up with 3:48 left. And I mean, the pressure from Pedals alone made him have to jump off the bottom, the top of the crossbar and trying to meet Bobo at the bottom. And Grande Huevos wasn't able to get to the corner in time, and just a great shot coming out from Bobo, keeping Kraken Krew's hoping. Oh my gosh, I'm having word vomit right now. I don't know what's going on.
I'm loving that they're not just rolling over and dying. They are still fighting tooth and nail to keep themselves in this series, and possibly due to Midwest Mafia, what happened to them in week 1 is a huge reverse sweep.
Midwest Mafia got reverse sweep first week?
No, Kraken is looking to do that to Midwest Mafia because
Oh.
Kraken
Right.
got, yes.
Sorry, guys. Brain wasn't turned on there, but yeah, no, absolutely agree. I mean, it is possible. It's not like that. This is a team that is completely all around better. I think honestly, it's just moments, and it's how many moments can you get in a game, and how many times can you execute them. And both teams can do it, and so I believe that the Kraken boys can do it, but they just haven't been executing them. They've had the moments, but haven't been executed. I think that that's what Midwest Mafia is better at doing, is especially with their offense, they're better at executing their offense to get some goals in. But defense is coming out from Kraken Krew a lot better this game, and again, it slowed down. It was 4-3 as the final score last time, and now it's 1-1, and goals still could come through before the end of the game. Could be a banging series, especially with some kickoff goals, but I think it's kind of back to that game one, the solid defense and not having as many offensive opportunities, but I think Kraken Krew's learned to be able to finish those a little bit better.
When I'm feeling Nate gets a boom down, has no boost. Following it up, though, what we like to see, it's laying right out in front of the net. No one's in, but no one is there to follow up the shot. And it seems a little bit of herd ball coming up the right side of the field right now, as Panda puts one in and to the right side with all the conjunction going on in front of the net, giving Midwest Mafia that 2-1 lead with 2 minutes left in the series.
Panda just staying in the play, being relentless, being annoying, and
it
it's
works.
one of those moments in the defense that really sucks, because it's like you're doing so well all game, and then just a moment of just not putting the chow in. Again, it's hard to say, because you don't know what the call outs are right now. You don't know if someone said I got it and then weren't able to get there fast enough. But again, it's one of those moments where they've been playing defense pretty well all game, and just the reason that it goes through is no one put the pressure on him right in front of the net. Again, a minute 30 left though. They have the opportunity. Bobo taking the charge, maybe trying to find a bump on Panda. Ball's going to go over. Tater hits it off the backboards, and then we're going to go follow up. No, but Grande Huevos doesn't have a lot of boost, because we're going to the side. Bobo puts the chow through. Pedals, got to be careful. Bobo wasn't able to get the touch on the sidewall. Hypernova's going to put a shot towards the net, and Tater's able to save that easily. Grande Huevos going to be in the corner. Trying to put the pressure on. Did get 2 bumps, and that means that no one's going to have the pressure on Panda right away. But Bobo's not going to let him set up any little bit. Taters hits it up the field. Bobo, sidewall. Backboard. No, doesn't get there quite yet. Bobo unfortunately gets demoed and leads Pedals to his death as well. Grande Huevos stay in the middle, trying to be annoying. A little bit of a double commit coming out here, but as long as someone can get there before Hypernova, could have been something, but it's not there. Oh, what a great play. Saw the setup, it could have been a goal, but Hypernova, I think there's some ice in his veins, especially coming out into this game number 3. 37 seconds left on the clock. Can Kraken Krew go ahead and get something to go through? Hypernova's got to be careful. Taters off the backboard. Hypernova's got to get something good going. He does. They get it out. Again, Kraken Krew, they're just knocking at the door, but they can't seem to get in. 20 seconds left, and they're hitting each other on the corner. Panda gets it towards the middle. Bobo wasn't able to get there in time, and that's going to be the dagger. 3-1 with 14 left on the clock. Kraken Krew put up a great fight, but I just think the offense from Midwest Mafia was just too good.
Yeah, it's going 0-3. You can only keep that mental positive so much, but they gotta do their best to take the positives from this week. Midwest, they're a good team, as you can see. They're still piling it on. Kraken, what they worked on this week, they showed that they really gave a crap. But like you said, they were just knocking on that door all 3 games, and they just weren't able to open it up as many times as they would have liked to.
And you see when they opened up the door, you see when they scored. I mean, take it back to Taters making that great pass from the corner to the middle. It's those lateral movement passes. Whenever you're just playing straight forward and backward, you don't have as many options. But when you also add in playing left and right, you're just going to be able to play around a team a lot better. I mean, you have to be able to play